Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 3 a.m. Knitter Podcast, episode number 20, I believe. My name is Anne, and I'm coming to you from the North Shore of Nova Scotia, Canada, here in a small town called Pictou. I am happy to have you here. Welcome if this is your first time joining me. I hope that you enjoy the next little while as we chat about some knitting and about some upcoming events and things like that. And if you are coming back to see me again, a warm welcome to you. So let's see, let's get some housekeeping out of the way. As always, you can find me on Instagram as 3am knitter. Excuse me, my email address is 3amknitter@gmail.com. Snail Mail address is down below in the show notes. I have a Ravelry group called 3am Knitter, of course. So if you are somebody who uses Ravelry, please feel free to join the group. And of course, I have launched a newsletter back in August. I try to keep the emails to a minimum. So at the most, it's been 2 emails a month. And I think that only happened one time. So I try to get the month's newsletter out on the first of the month. That gives you all the important dates that you need to know, when the next episodes are coming up, when virtual knit night is, things like that, and calls for test knitters and et cetera, so if you haven't signed up for the newsletter, there's a link down below that you can put your info in, and on the first of every month, there will be a new newsletter coming out to you. You can also support me on Patreon if you are called to do so. There is a link down below. There's a few levels of support that are available, but as always, it is free to join the page, and you can see a variety of different kinds of content if you decide to financially support the podcast. So let's see, little personal update. What do I want to tell you this week? Let's see, the last couple of weeks, nothing wildly exciting has happened. It's been same old, watching the seasons change. Not very happy about that, and certainly not very happy about the time change. Yes, okay, the time, the clock went back an hour, but I don't know about you, but this, time change twice a year, it throws my body for a loop. I don't know what it is, and I don't even know why it's necessary, but anyway, there it is. I'm not happy about it, but I'm finally, I think, coming out the other end. Anyway. I want to also remind you, some of you have already reached out to me. I am running a few workshops, virtual workshops in the new year. The first one is the Amulet workshop. So this is a weaving workshop that we're going to do virtually in the 3am Knitter Zoom room. And we're going to be weaving an amulet. Now, you can see here, this is an old one that I have that I carry around. And I talked about this last episode as well. I carry around some essential oils in here. You could put chapstick. You could put, anything really in it. And the strings are long enough that you can wear it around your neck if you like to. You can hang it on your rear view mirror. I usually, when I'm not wearing this, I have this kind of hanging on my desk lamp. So it's kind of right there. And, I incorporated a little gemstone, a little rock here with some wire work around it. But this is the kind of project that is great for somebody who, first of all, has never done any sort of weaving before, because it's a small enough project and the instructions are easy enough that we can get it done in one workshop. And it's also a great workshop for those of you who are perhaps more experienced at weaving, because it's not just the weaving that we're going to do. So, excuse me, I just have a few details here to talk to you about. So, it's a half-day workshop. It's going to run on January the 20th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Atlantic time. And it's going to be held over Zoom. So during this half-day workshop, we're weaving the amulet that you can wear, hang in your car, display in a place of meaning to you. You'll be crafting a tangible object that you will be infusing with your intention. The day will consist of plenty of live demonstration and Q&A, and we'll end our time together by sharing our creations, and if you're called to do so, sharing the meaning behind your amulet. So it's not just about the weaving. We're actually going to be talking about you know, what does it mean to craft with intention, and how you can go about putting specific intentions into your work. And you're going to end the day by having a piece of artwork that you can keep for yourself or give away to somebody who you choose to. So I have set up a Google form for waitlist. So basically what this means is, as soon as I'm ready to open up the registration, if you're on the wait list, you're going to get first crack at the spots, because I really want to keep this a relatively small class, maybe at the most 10 or 12 people. So there is a cost associated with the course. Of course, there's the workshop there's a cost associated with that. And then there also is a kit fee. So the reason that I am putting out the wait list is that I want to have a very clear indication as to who is intending on coming to the class. Because there's a kit, I have to make sure that I get these shipped out in time for everybody to have all the supplies that they need in order to do the workshop. So for my Canadian friends, no big deal. You know, Canada Post is what Canada Post is, but I can make sure that, you know, we can get the kits out in a timely fashion. To my US friends, again, not as much of an issue. Usually, you know, shipping Canada to the US doesn't take too long. However, my international friends, if there is somebody internationally who wants to participate, I need to know sooner rather than later, because I may have to, especially with the holidays coming, I may have to ship the kit right away. So if you are interested in the workshop, take a few minutes, fill out the Google form. I will put a link to it down below, and get yourself on the wait list. So my intention is to send out full registration and payment links by the end of this month. And then the shipments of the kits will start January 2nd for North American participants, but I really like to get them out much earlier than that for international people. So fill out the form below, and let me know. If you have any questions before filling out the form, just email me. Email address is down below, and I'll be happy to answer any of those questions for you. So this is going to be the first of a number of weaving workshops that I'm going to hold next year. This is kind of, this first workshop is not necessarily the easiest one because it's the smallest project, but subsequent workshops will be working on larger projects, and I'll talk to you more about those at a later time, maybe in a couple of episodes. So that's it for me. Let's see, what am I wearing? Well, you know, you guys have seen this before. This is my my eyelet pop top. Let me stand up so you can kind of see the, you know, it's got a little bit of, you know, the detail here at the side, and it's got this great eyelet detail. You can see that it's a super wide neck. I didn't mind that because I always wear this layered. So this is a pattern by Andrea Rammel of Natural Ewe Yarns, which, as you know, if you watched me before, is my LYS. I knit this in Patton's DK. Here it is right here. This was a stash knit. let me just get that loop out of your way. So DK Superwash, this is in the colorway Claret Bordeaux. Let's see, 50 gram ball is approximately 114 meters or 125 yards. It is, yeah, I can't recall where I got this yarn, but it's been sitting in my stash for a while. So I was super happy to be able to finish a project. The pattern for this is available on Ravelry, or you can go to the Natural You website, and I think you can buy it from there. Let me just very quickly, there it is there, winter layer top. Yeah, I used about 969 meters, and this is the 2X size. I wanted it with lots of room, right? Because it was going to be a layering piece. It's a really easy pattern. Excuse me. And here is a picture of the lovely Andrea. I've showed you this before, wearing her eyelet pop top. So we both made the short sleeve version with a, it's not quite cropped. You know, mine comes down past my hips, but anyhow, it is a paid for pattern, $5.75 Canadian. And it's available in 6 sizes. It goes from small to 3X, and it's a DK weight project. So I will link once again to that pattern down below, but I really do love this, this one. And I'm also wearing some old socks. Now, there's no way I'm getting my foot up there. Let me just pop this one off and pop this one on. So these are an older sock that I had in my sock drawer. It's got that really nice kind of seed stitchy detail there, a nice cable. It's ribbed at the back, as you can see here. Heel flap and gusset construction. So I did the cuffs, the toe and the heel in a brown color, and then the main body obviously in this variegated. I cannot tell you what yarn this is, even though I have a Ravelry page. Let me just find, no, Noctuidae, is it this one? Yeah, I have this is the Hello Sunshine pattern by Tracy Miller of the Grocery Girls. So here is the picture from Tracy's pattern page. You can see the detail there. It is a paid for pattern, $7 Canadian. Available in 3 sizes, of course, small, medium, and large. Let's see, top-down construction, square Dutch heel, traditional wide toe. It's written for magic loop. Textures used are 1x1 ribbing, seed stitch, and a simple eyelet pattern. Yeah, so it's a great pattern. There's quite a few projects made, 286, mine included. Oh, here's somebody who made them in shorties. Oh, they're so cute. Look at that. That's cute, eh? I like that. Anyway, so that's what I'm wearing, but of course, you know, I can't lift my leg up over my head. I used to be able to, but not today. Not today. So that is what I am wearing. Bear with me while I put my sock back on. There we go. All right. So let's see. We're just moving right along here, eh? Finished objects. Well, you know, from last week, or last episode rather, I finished the commission knit that I was doing for Jody Brown of the Grocery Girls, the Franken sweater. So I talked all about that in the last episode. I will be, of course, sharing pictures of Jody wearing the sweater as soon as I can, and I will let you know about that. But what happened is that as soon as I finished that sweater, I got cast on itis and cast on all the things. So my only finished object is not knitting, it is weaving. Last weekend, I was fortunate enough to attend a workshop at Sisterhood Fibers, which I've talked about before, which is a beautiful yarn store, knitting store, weaving store, spinning store in Tatamagouche, Nova Scotia. And you also may recall that I talked about meeting the lovely Doris Ann from Savoy Baskets, who is located just outside of Moncton, New Brunswick. Well, she was coming to Tatamagouche to do this basket weaving workshop. So I jumped all over that and went and I made my first basket. So here it is here. It was a full day workshop and you can see I'm already using it, but I had the most fun. It was so, I know how to weave, but it was so interesting to see the little nuances of basket weaving that, you know, you look at a basket 1,000 times and you think, oh, it's just woven. Well, that's not exactly true. So I posted a number of pictures on my Instagram feed, but kind of about the progression of how the project came together. So go check those out if you'd like to see. But yeah, I'm super proud of it. It's not perfect, but it was my first ever foray into basket weaving, and it will not be my last project because, of course, you know what happens when you, I like it. So Doris Ann has a monthly subscription type thing going where if you get on her email list, each month she features about a specific basket. And if you want to participate in her subscription, you can purchase the project of the month and she sends you everything you need to make that basket. So I'm really looking forward to it because, you know, I jumped all over that. So if you are interested in that, I'll put her contact information below and a link to her website, and you can reach out to her. It really was fun, honestly. So if you have ever wanted to try basket weaving and you can follow instruction really well from, you know, written instruction, this might be a great kind of thing for you to sign up for. So check that out. Okay, works in progress. Yeah. Okay, so let's start with my LYS's Year of Adventurous Knitting. So Natural Ewe Yarns here in Pictou, Nova Scotia has been doing this Year of Adventurous Knitting. Talked to you about it a number of times. There was quite a few projects. Like I finished this shawl right here. The coffee break shawl was one of the projects. There was socks, but this time around we're doing mittens. So the mitten pattern that we are working on is the late bloomer mittens. So this is a paid for pattern by Kristen Leggett. Sorry, Kristen. It's $7 Canadian, and it is for a pair of mittens in DK weight. So I showed you this last episode, right? These little guys with kind of the embroidery on top. So I have finished knitting both of the mittens, and I have finished part of the embroidery on the first mitten. So I used this Patton's classic wool DK superwash, but obviously in the Aran colorway. And for the beginnings of my flowers, I've used the leftover, oh, it's not here. Oh, yes, it is. The leftover Frankie Gray fibers, another amazing Canadian dyer, mohair in gingerbread. So this is what was left over from my field sweater. You'll remember the field sweater with the grains. I held the DK weight yarn double with this mohair. And then after, thank you for all of your feedback, by the way, I am going to use this Shibui, I am going to use this Shibui Kid Mohair and Silk 6040 to do a few little kind of petal shapes on top of here. So the pattern calls for, you know, a liner if you want, but all I did was kind of fold in the cuff and I sewed it. This is what the cuff kind of comes up like this, right? So all I did on that other mitten is I folded it in and I sewed it on the inside. So I've just started doing the first round here. That's what it looks like. Oh, there's my darning needle. I was looking for that the other day. So yeah, I'm going to finish these up. And you know, a good point was made by somebody in the A Year of Adventurous Knitting Facebook group, or maybe it was at Knit Night a couple of weeks ago, I can't remember, that, you know, these maybe aren't meant to be those mittens where you go outside and you're, you know, going tobogganing or you're playing snowball fight or whatever, right? These are more of a fashion mitten, right? So, yeah, so I'm looking forward to finishing off these little flowers. I think that these are going to be a fun pair of mittens. Oh, you know what I just noticed? My thumb isn't quite as long. I might pull that out and put a couple more rows in there. Anyway, so that is the first work in project. Use your words, Anne. The first work in progress. The late bloomer mittens. There are 16 projects on Ravelry. And, oh, that's somebody from my group. Oh, I wonder. Oh, yeah. So somebody from our Year of Adventurous Knitting group is using Natural Ewe, our LYS, Natural Ewe yarns. Look at that color combo. Isn't that nice? Ooh, look at that. It's gorgeous. Yeah. Oh, that's Joe Go Leafs Go. Yeah, Go Leafs Go. They won yesterday, so yay, hockey. Anyhow, so that is the first work in progress, late bloomer mittens. And then I thought, you know what? I need a hat. I don't, you know, like I need a hiking hat. I've got a great big thick old hat that was given to me years and years ago. That's great. I've got a running hat, which is kind of meh, you know, it's black, it's thermal. Nothing wrong with it. It keeps me warm, but it's not very pretty. So I decided to cast on a hat. Of course I did. So what did I do? I cast on the Blomidon Hiking Hat by Art by Anna. So Art by Anna used to be in our area. She's now in Northern Ontario, Canada. So she has this pattern for this super simple hat. It's a free pattern, by the way. So it's on Ravelry or oh, maybe it's not. Well, you can link to it to her website. But it's a free pattern. And I'm just looking for a good picture of the crown because I'm not that far yet. There. So I dug into I'm almost to the point where I'm starting the decreases. So there is, now I don't know, you can't really see it on the screen. This yarn has a wee bit of, not sparkle, but it's, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I am using some stuff from my stash. This ball doesn't have a band. This one does. This has been in my stash forever. This is actually called Baby Shimmer DK. Machine washable. I bought this at a store called Knit One Sew Two, which was a yarn store in Windsor, Ontario. It's a James C. Brett yarn. It's acrylic and viscose, so 90-10 splits. You can wash it, but you shouldn't tumble dry it. 100 grams. I'm just looking for, it doesn't give me a yardage on this band. Anyway, it was sitting in my, oh there, can you see the kind of the sparkle there? Yeah. It's been sitting in my stash forever, and I thought, well, what the heck? I'll whip up a hat for myself. Can never go wrong with white. And then I've got these pom-poms sitting around. So this one here, this first one here is dark cherry, and it's one that you can, you know, it's got the button, you can tie it on. So, you know, there's that, or there's the more natural kind of color here. I think I got this at a fabric store or something. So there's that. So I haven't decided. I mean, I'm leaning towards that. I don't know. We'll see when it's finished. So anyway, that is project number 2 that I have cast on. Yeah. Because, you know, I don't have enough projects and enough stuff on the way, right? So anyway, that is a free pattern. So if you're looking for a super easy pattern, this might be the one for you. It's in a whole bunch of different sizes, from newborn all the way up to adult large. This hat has been named after the scenic Blomidon area in Nova Scotia, Canada, and invokes memories of our numerous adventures around the province. This cable hat is worked completely in the round in DK weight yarn for sizes newborn to adult medium large. The cables make this a very stretchy hat that fits snug and super comfy and warm on your head. I'm just looking to see how many projects, 132 projects. So it's been, yeah. So you can download it from Art by Anna's website right here. And yeah, it's a great pattern. So the bottom, this bottom part, actually, I'll show you on my hat. Whoops, get off. So this part here looks cabled, but it's not. It's just, and then you move into the cables as you get up here. So I have to do about 2 more 4-row repeats and then start the decreasing. That's it. And like you can tell it's really stretchy. So, you know, an easy project for you to try out. Okay, the other project that is still underway, I haven't showed this in a while because I haven't worked on it. I'm making a baby blanket for my wonderful friend Patty. Her stepdaughter is having a baby. So I got the crochet hook out. I'm just putting this back in here. I'm trying to get this, and dug through stash for something that was acrylic and easy to wash. And I've gotten a little bit more done on this. You can see here, I don't know if you can see that. So this is stars, right? Bear with me while I get you the info on the pattern. Hello, no. Hello, sunshine? No. Where the heck is it? Oh, it's the pattern I saved. Yeah, this is the Nova Blanket pattern by Tiffany. Oh, excuse me. Is it by Tiffany Mills? Edited by Tiffany Mills. Owl Be Hooked. This is by Owl Be Hooked. That's clever. It is a paid for pattern. So there is a picture there of the finished. That's right from the front page of the pattern. So here's the thing. Because we don't know if this is for a girl or a boy, I'm using this lovely ivory color that I had. Now this is Red Heart Soft that I had. Oh, that's the back. Okay, so my question to you, and weigh in and let me know what your thoughts are. My question to you is this isn't, oh, that's not picking it up. No. There. Okay, so this is teal. What do you think? Good for a girl or a boy? I think so. What I'm going to do is I'm going to finish another star round. Then I'm going to do a full star in this and then go back to the ivory. So it's not going to, it's just going to be one strap. What do you think? Teal's good for a boy or a girl, isn't it? I think so. I'm going to go for it. But let me know what you think. Okay. And then I have gotten rebitten by my Noctuidae Sweater bug. So maybe it's because I had a brand new homemade basket to put all my supplies in. I don't know. But you might remember from a number of episodes ago, I had said that no, I wasn't happy with the way that my stranded colorwork tension was coming out. I didn't think that it was going to block out properly. I was going to pull it back. I ended up just frogging the entire thing. And then, of course, I got myself in a snet and it was in a timeout. Then I said, oh, well, it's because I'm doing commission nets, so I don't have time. So this weekend, I gave myself an extra long weekend again. I have a bunch of holiday days to use before the end of the year, so I took Friday off and I sat and I knit and casted this back on. So I am halfway through the first moth motif. No, if you can, I don't know if you can really see that. Yeah, see there, maybe that's okay. So yeah, I'm happier with the tension. There's a far better picture of this on my Instagram feed that I will link to. So what am I doing here? I am using, my main color is this here. Let me go to my project page so I can give you the proper information. Noctuidae. And that's not my project page. There we go. Okay. I'm using Natural Ewe Yarns Echo, which is this in gray. it's kind of a browny gray. It's really earthy. And then for the second contrast here, this right here, kind of yellowy color. See it there? Yeah. So that's yeah, it's kind of washing out on the screen, but this is Natural Use Gots to Have It in the honey colorway. And then for the insides of the moths, this is my all-time favorite of all time ever, Malabrigo. This is Malabrigo sock in the Archangel colorway. My absolute favorite. I think I've told you guys this before, that I will knit anything and everything out of this colorway. So it's undecided because I also have these minis. So it's undecided, right, whether I'm going to try and get all of the insides of the moths done in the Malabrigo, or if I'm going to bring these minis into play, maybe further down the sweater. And those are Eco Sock mini skeins from Natural Ewe Yarns My LYS, 100 grams. So 25 grams each. Sorry, I'm just trying to finish my coffee. So I've talked to you guys about this before, but for those of you who are not familiar with the Noctuidae Sweater, that is it right there. It's made to have a nice generous fit. They've got this excellent idea of putting a message on the inside of the hem. There you go. That's a good look at it. So I'm halfway through this right here, these first ones. So I have a long way to go, but my my excitement about the project has come back. So I'm super happy about that. So I will be knitting on that and giving you regular updates as I make more progress on that sweater. Okay. So, design update. The Mama Earth collection. Pattern number 1 is being released on November the 15th. And that is the budding branch sock. So it's all been through testing. And it's ready to release on November the 15th. Now, so this is a top-down heel flap and gusset sock. Okay. It is charted, as you can, so it's got these budding branches, as it were, front and back of the leg. Although you could choose, if you wish, to only knit the pattern on the front, personal preference. I like it on the back though. I knit these out of wind-swept fiber sock. So that's a Newfoundland, Canada indie dyer. You need to check out her stuff. So here's the deal. This is being released November the 15th. The second pattern in the collection, the Ripples in the Sand cowl, is being released, sorry, that was a crochet hook, being released on November 30th. And here is kind of a little hint of the texture on that. That's just finishing up testing. And then the Hexie Fern gloves are being released on December the 15th. So your options are these. You can either purchase the entire collection on November the 15th when the budding branch socks are released, or you can purchase the patterns one pattern, one at a time, your choice. In keeping with my pricing model, each pattern will be $5 Canadian. However, if you want to take the plunge and purchase the entire collection, it will be $12. All of this information will be up on Ravelry, which is where the pattern will be made available. And I will link to all of that. It'll be on my Instagram feed as well. Now, here is a special kind of bonus for you. Because I used windswept fibers yarns for this collection, look at this green. I mean, and can you just look at the stitch definition? It's phenomenal yarn. So here is my offer to you. If you purchase your yarn from Windswept Fibers, I will give you the collection of patterns for free. But here's what you have to do. You have to go to Windswept Fibers. I'll post the link down below to her website. You have to purchase your yarn, at least 2 skeins of yarn. Send me a screenshot of your purchase and I will send you the pattern. Okay? So that's the deal. I want you to check out Windswept Fibers because, I mean, seriously, look at that green. Look at this. Look at the sparkle in that. Come on now. Woo! And then the hexie ferns. Look at that orange, right? Again, check out the stitch definition, right? That's a little sneak peek of the hexie fern. So I will be posting about this offer down below, on my Instagram feed rather, sorry. But this first pattern of the collection releases on the 15th. I'm super excited and I hope that you're going to love it as much as I have loved it. This has been a long time coming, and I'm just so happy to be getting it out there to you. So watch for this, and remember, you can buy the patterns individually if you wish, but if you want to jump on board and get the whole collection, you will get a little bit of a discount. So that is the budding branch socks. And then there's more, but wait, there's more. On December 1st, so kind of in amongst the release of the Mama Earth collection patterns, I also have another sock pattern coming out called the Sunspot Socks. And this is a pattern that I'll be starting to show very soon, collaborated with another amazing yarn dyer here in Canada. So it's a Nova Scotia dyer, Botanical Fibers. So I want you to check her out too. So I'll talk more about that on the next episode, but look out for that pattern as well. Okay, so lots of exciting stuff coming up in the next few weeks. It's really awesome. Sorry, I'm just looking around here at my feet to see if I have forgotten something, and I don't think so. Did I tell you everything I wanted to tell you? Oh, yes. So I am working on some new designs that are going to be coming out next year. And these are sweaters that I am designing using the Gansey technique. So if you've never knit a Gansey sweater before, these are sweaters that are so much fun to knit. There's lots of stuff going on, lots of things to keep your interest, lots of ways to personalize these designs to fit you or the person for whom you're knitting. So watch out for that soon. I'll be talking more about that next month and into January, and I will be looking for test knitters, but I'm not going to put the call out until the new year. So if knitting sweater projects is up your alley, keep that in mind if you'd like to participate in the test knit for some upcoming Gansey sweaters. All right, let's talk about some of my faves. Oh, I don't know if you've had a chance to catch Jen of the Stash Down Diaries. Oh, go search for her on YouTube. So Jen is living, you know, kind of that way from where I live, Cabot Trail, that area. And she is on this mission to use her stash. And so she's keeping track of what she's knitting out of her stash. And she has a little book, she writes it down, and then she has to put in, you know, oh, I just bought this skein. So, you know, that takes away from the yardage that she's actually done with her stash. So it's a great podcast. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. And if you're looking for a nice, easy, relaxed kind of time to sit and read, check out the Stash Down Diaries. And then, now, I have talked to you before about the Fairy Godfather. Fairy Godfather, Matthew, has a podcast on YouTube, which is a scream. He is a wildly inventive designer, and wouldn't you know it, I am working on a design right now that is going to be meant, it's accessories for winter. It's not something I'm going to be releasing this year. It's perhaps I'm farming it out to some book publications to see, you know, if I can get myself started in that realm. And the first project that I'm working on that I've really just done some rough notes so far has it uses bulky weight yarn. And as it always happens, the lovely Fairy Godfather put a post on Instagram this weekend saying that he was destashing and he had the exact yarn that I wanted. Well, how does this happen? So I frantically messaged him on Instagram and was fortunate enough to snatch up some of his destash. So that is coming to me soon, and I am excited to get started on the knitting of that. So yes, very fortuitous, isn't it, when stuff like that happens? So thank you, Fairy Godfather, for the yarn, and please go and watch his podcast. What I love about his podcast is not only is he so adventurous in his knitting, which gives me, I wanted to say hope, but not hope. It gives me inspiration to step outside of the box. He speaks very articulately about social issues and things like that. And I appreciate that. It's great to get other people's perspective. So go ahead and check him out, the Fairy Godfather podcast. Oh, yes. So also one of my new favorites, Cozy Posy Yarn Company. Are you kidding me? Come on. So let me just find, oh, what the heck did I do? Did I close it? Nope, there it is. Okay. About. So, Cozy Posy, Canadian dyer. Now, what struck me about Cozy Posy is Antonella is her name, that I'm just trying to find a Spellbound collection. Yeah. I can't even, oh, it doesn't like me today. I mean, look at the depth of this colorway, right? But what struck me about this is her story. And I'm just going to read you something that I think that as crafters, many of us have thought about doing this as a job, giving up the day job and knitting all day and having a, if you're a dyer, having a yarn company and writing patterns that thousands of people purchase and knit, that kind of thing. And her story just struck me. So she writes on her website how it all started. Not too long ago, I was working full-time at a job that was slowly sucking the life right out of me. I had a brutally long commute, 2 hours each way, and I was so ready for a change. I remember one particular grueling drive home. I was wishing that I could make a change, something big that would make me feel excited about work again. And of course, when you ask the universe for help, it always delivers. I was laid off a couple of weeks later and took it as a sign to pursue something completely different. So her yarn is lovely. Here is, one of my favorites. Of course it's sold out, darn it. Sorry, let me just find it. There it is. So even though it's sold out, this is called Sweater Weather. Does this picture get larger? Look at that. Oh, so gorgeous. Hand-dyed with a moire in Canada. So I will link to her website down below. Go check her out. She does custom orders. She's got some stuff in her shop. A lot of stuff is kind of, a lot of stuff is on sale. She sources her fleece. She's got CVM roving. I sourced this fleece from Never Save Farms in the USA, and I had it processed at a very small and local mill in Bear River, Nova Scotia. So lots of things on her website that are lovely. If nothing else, you can follow her for inspiration, but do go check her out. One of my new favorite things. And then finally, I don't know if you have seen it yet. If you haven't, I want you to run, not walk, and download the new Tin Can Nits app. Yes, I said it, Tin Can Nits app. Don't know if you have it yet, but yes, there is a Tin Can Nits app. Now, if you've never knit a Tin Can Nits pattern, do yourself a favor and go find one and knit it. They are the best patterns out there, barring none. They're fantastic patterns, wildly size inclusive, and they offer fantastic tutorials. They're just fabulous patterns, and now they have an app. So here is the beautiful thing about this app. So they have a number of free patterns. So when you download the app, you get all of the free patterns right in the app, right? Now, I also have purchased some Tin Can Knits patterns. So what you can do is you can, you kind of link the app to your Ravelry profile, and any Tin Can Knits app patterns that you have purchased will load into the app. So you can see these are the ones that I've purchased, some collections and what have you. Now, here's the magic about this app. So, for example, here is the flax sweater. This is a very popular Tin Can Knit sweater. I'm sure you've seen it before. It's the one with kind of the garter stitch down the sleeves, right? It's a great raglan, simple pattern to knit. But here's the beauty. So first, you can choose whether you want to knit it in sock weight, DK weight, or Aran weight. So let's just select on DK weight. Okay, then you go to the next one and you select your size. I'm going to go adult. Shows you there. I'm going to pick 2XL. Gives you all of the schematics, all of the measurements right there. Okay, then regular body, crop body, long sleeve, 3/4 sleeve, short sleeve. You can select. I'm going to select long sleeve, and then you hit select. Boom. Oh, I want regular body, sorry. Then the next one is your supplies. So it gives you, I selected DK. It tells you your gauge, tells you your needles, tells you the notions that you need, and then you hit begin project. Now here is the beauty in this. You can name it, you can do all of that. It only shows you the instructions for the size and the sleeve length and etc that you have chosen. So you know how sometimes when you're reading a pattern that has multiple sizes, it's got all the stuff in brackets, and you gotta, for me, I gotta count. No, okay, so 1XL is the 5th in the bracket, and then I gotta count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? This just shows you the sizes that you've picked. It is brilliant. It is a free app, and there are free patterns in it. Now, you can also choose to support Tin Can Knits by giving them a donation. You can purchase patterns within the app, so people who can't use Ravelry, you can go ahead there. They have amazing tutorials. Like right here is a tutorial on Kitchener stitch. Like, it's an amazing app. So go check it out. It's available for Apple. It's available for Android. I watched the Grocery Girls did a Instagram live with them last week. It appears that it doesn't work on computer, but it works on your phone or your tablets. So go check it out. There's even the free version has tons and tons of information in it. This might be the only knitting app that I think I'm going to need. So there's that. All right, so that is it for my faves this time around. Let's jump into the Knitter's Oracle, because we're coming up on an hour, and I'm kind of procrastinating because I have a lot of dishes to do downstairs. Okay, so today's card. Today's card is the cable. The cable. A crossroads, a choice, an opportunity, decisions, feeling unsure. The cable. That's interesting. I mean, from a personal standpoint, that's interesting, because I know that over the last couple of weeks, I've kind of decided that, I've made a decision, really, or a choice that I am really going to focus this next year on my designing. And I'm going to let go of a few of the other things that I do in order to focus on that. So it is a crossroads in some of the things that I've done in the past. And it is a great opportunity for me. So what's coming up for you with this? I mean, you even look at the structure of a cable, and it does look like a road, doesn't it? Right? The path that you take. Do you go under? Do you go over? Is it a complicated path, or is it just a simple one? Are you at a crossroads in your creative life? Are you in a crossroads in your work life, in your family life? How are you navigating that? Do you have choices to make? Are you feeling unsure of which path to take? Interesting. Think about that. Let me know your thoughts. So my friends, that's it for today. I hope that you have enjoyed spending some time with me. Do go check out the podcasts that I've suggested. Give them some love. Subscribe if you're called to do so. You know, I know that we love doing these podcasts, and we love having you along for the ride, but it's always fun to see that people are watching. So be sure to send out some love that way. Check out the Tin Can Knits app. It's a great app, and if you're called to do so, send them some financial support to make this app a great one for all of us. Yeah, watch for the release of the Budding Branch socks. The Budding Branch socks, the first pattern in the Mama Earth collection, coming out on the 15th. And remember, you can buy the patterns each individually, or you can buy the whole collection and get a little bit of a discount. And please go support Windswept Yarn and Fibers, and you will not be sorry. Her yarn is delicious. All right, I'll talk to you in a couple of weeks. Oh, Virtual Knit Night is on November 15th. Let me double check that before I say goodbye. Yes, November 15th at so unorganized. My gosh, sorry about that. November 15th, 7:30 p.m. Atlantic in the 3am Knitter Zoom room. So November 15th, 7:30 p.m. Atlantic. I will put a link below to the Zoom room. Have any questions, just send me a quick email, or you can leave me a DM over on Instagram. Okay, that's all for now. Take good care and keep knitting. Bye.